want me to go first? Dennis and Cindy Scott. We own a business called Scout Metal Construction and Airport Storage Center, which is that business kind of was spawned off of our metal building business because I built so many metal buildings for people and mini storage for people that it was just kind of a fit to start a mini storage business, and which eventually grew into a design marketing type system. How do they run them, why they run them, how to phase them in and out. So it's kind of like a complete business plan in the mini storage system.
Cool. So what did you have any role models or particular education that you had that kind of pushed you in that direction?
Benjamin Franklin, the $100 bill. I needed money.
That's a good. That was your role model. That's what you wanted to do. Okay. Well, when you did start, did you have any particular work or education experience that helped you guys in the beginning?
I have to answer that again. I took a job when I came back from Desert Storm, waiting to go back to McNeese. And the first person that hired me was a metal building company. And after working and going to McNeese in the metal industry, I quit going to McNeese and just started doing Scout Metal while I worked for the other metal building business.
Oh, okay. So from there, that actually kind of entails, that would be, I guess, how you started right there. So you went from using that experience to just starting from there. You were working the job and starting to build your own business, right?
Well, because I was loyal to the people that I worked for, I did not do the same kind of metal work. I had to go out and do metal roofing, which was very hard, very strenuous, a lot of very high, 30 foot up in the air. So it was a different type of metal work so that I did not cross the gentleman that I worked for. So I would work for him 40 hours a week and work for myself the other 100 and something hours in a week.
Wow. Well, a lot of people say that whenever you start a business that it's very stressful and it puts strains on your family and it takes strengths and weaknesses that you knew that, you didn't know you even had. So I guess once you started, how stressful was it? Like, did you really work that many hours?
Yes. He worked many, many, many hours. Like you said, he worked full-time for the company that he worked for, and then he also worked full-time for our company. We also had a young family. When we started it, I was pregnant for my first child. And so I do the other half of the business, by the way. I keep track of all the book work and everything. Both my father and my grandfather both had a business, so I wasn't extremely involved in it growing up, but I wasn't afraid of it because I had seen it work in both of their lives. So yes, it's very, very stressful. You have to have very good time management, which he has both. And then, of course, if you're trying to raise a family at the same time, you add the stresses of marriage and family and everything else. Yes, very stressful.
I would say that actually on the stress end of it, where most people have one boss, when you have a business, everybody is your boss. The customer service at that point, so you have to please multiple bosses, every day of the week.
Oh, so you would say it's a fallacy of, you start your own business, you become your own boss, and it's considerably easier than just working for somebody else.
It's definitely a
fallacy. If I worked for somebody else, they would love me.
Apparently, your customers are a little more hard on you than
Not really. There's just more of them. There's just more bosses to deal with in a sense.
So you have to use, and I mentioned strengths and weaknesses. So you guys, and I know you personally. So, did you have a particular strength that, like you said, dealing with all those customers and things like that? Did you have a strength like you were great at building, and this was just a niche for you, and it took off? And did you have weaknesses that you had to overcome through that?
I should have stuck with commercial artists, but somehow ended up in construction. So now I have to be creative at what I build. So I don't like to do a lot of cookie cutter type building things. Everything I do, I like to design and really customize what I do compared to most of the metal industry. It's very box shaped, plain and simple. So I'm an artist.
But I also think that he also has a strength in the marketing sales because I always tell people he could sell ice to an Eskimo because he is so convinced of his product. He knows it so well that he knows the ins and outs of every single part of it and can answer every question. So it's definitely a strength in marketing.
Yeah, I won't sell a low quality product just to get a job or to save them money. If I miss the job because they wanted something less, then I just won't settle for anything but the best with what I can offer.
Yeah, and I've seen that personally with our family. Okay, so I guess from there, you guys had, your family was there, and we know about how your work experience that entailed starting this. Then you start your venture. It affects your family. Your family's already made the adjustments to your work week, your strengths and your weaknesses. So now things are going. So at this point, we're a couple of years in. Are things going good at this point, or did that take a long time? How long did it take before you could actually lay down at night and feel accomplished, but also feel good about where you were? How long did that take?
I'll let her go first because we probably think different on this one.
No, I'll let you do it because I don't. When you're saying lay down and feel accomplished,
I never.
I don't think you ever. At least for me, I don't ever just get to the point where I go, okay, whew, I'm done. When, like he said, when you're in business, you have a new boss every time you have a new customer. You have new jobs. You have new things that you have to do just as well as you did when you first started.
Yeah.
So
you never feel like you have arrived.
Not if you want to stay.
Not if you want to stay successful.
Yeah, not if you want to stay at the top of your
That's
game.
really valid. Like,
Yeah.
I hope everybody writes that down.
Well, a lot of people that normally say 7 years is a number you hear in business. If you can make it through 7 years, then you have like a clientele and you begin to build a reputation. So I think about the 5 to 7 year mark is when things kind of calm down for me, as far as wondering if the next person's going to call. Are they going to get tired of me beating down their doors and making them give me the job? I mean, I had no problems whatsoever begging for work, whether it was the smallest or the biggest. It didn't matter. And on the other side of that is, I want to be better every day I go. I want to do what I'm doing right now, even though it's been 21 years. I'm not happy if I can't do better tomorrow.
That's awesome. So it took 5 years of just persistence and striving for success before that, that stress and that, that anxiety that comes with not knowing what tomorrow brings. It took 5 years just for that to subside.
At least.
Yeah.
Because we never borrowed money to build our business, ever.
Right.
That's awesome.
And we didn't, and after a certain point, well, I don't even remember very often in the almost 20 years, we've never really advertised. Can I say that? Like, a lot of our work, once we started to develop a clientele, the majority of our work was and still is referral based. All of our business is referral based, and we give referrals. People will tell other people about us. If we do a good job, it's going to get us 2 or 3 more jobs. So we don't really advertise.
That's awesome. Well, that's all it's just good information. It's helpful. It gives people a realistic perspective of, what this entailed. But my main question, and I'm excited to ask this one, but I said, if you guys had to do it all over again, and we're talking about how it affected the family, the money, where you guys live, everything you do on a daily basis. If you think about all that, would you do it all over again?
I'm looking for a new job every day. I'm looking for another opportunity every day. So I can't say if I would or wouldn't, because I'm looking for opportunity every day. So I really can't say that I would or wouldn't. I would say tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to find out.
Yeah, it was an opportunity then. You might.
It'd be an opportunity.
You could.
I don't care. It's whatever I have to do.
Yeah, I don't like. There's not this great thing in me that goes, "Oh, I'll do it again," but there's not anything that says no, I wouldn't. So I don't know that I could just answer that straight up. I mean, it was.
I could sell it all tomorrow and do something else. I don't care.
That's so awesome. All right, guys. Well, like I said, this is Dennis and Cindy Scott from Scout Metal, and I just really want to thank you guys for your time. And I know that my class will appreciate the information. Thank y'all.